The Lady Ashbourne Chronicles, Episode 14, in which the ballroom is reborn. Previously, on the Lady Ashbourne Chronicles, Lady Margot attempted to maintain professional distance while sharing a house with an earl who builds pavilions as casually as others send flowers. Meanwhile, Lord Thorncroft discovered that patience has limits, especially when the woman you're courting keeps trying to marry you off to other people. Now, what happens when a ball becomes less about society and more about dangerous possibilities? Scene 1. The Whirlwind.
The days before the ball passed in a whirlwind that left little time for dangerous thoughts or inconvenient feelings. Every delivery wagon in Devon seemed determined to test Raventhorn's drive and my sanity.
Perhaps we should prioritize, my lady. Your 14-point napkin arrangement plan seems rather...
Everything is a priority, Mrs. Hathaway. A ball reflects upon the house. What I couldn't admit, even to myself, was that this particular ball felt like a test. Of what, I wasn't certain. But I approached it with the gravity of a general preparing for battle. If battles were won through perfectly coordinated flower arrangements and precisely timed musical interludes.
The wine delivery needs redirecting to the east cellar. The west is still too damp.
You've been inspecting the cellars?
Among other things. The guest list is finalized, additional staff arranged, and the ballroom floor has been polished to my specifications.
We worked in tandem, but rarely alone. Always surrounded by staff. A circumstance I told myself was merely practical rather than deliberate. Though I couldn't help noticing how he timed his appearances just as I was finishing my work.
Scene 2. The morning of. Workers arranging plants.
The third one is crooked.
I was just thinking the same.
Great minds and practical observations.
Indeed. Any other improvements to suggest? This is your creation, after all.
It will do.
High praise indeed from Lady Ashbourne. I have something for you. For tonight.
Another pavilion? Because I'm running out of places to put architectural gestures.
Something smaller. Open it.
A fan. Not the gaudy affairs favoured by debutantes, but something elegant in its simplicity. Dark wood with silver inlay. Opening to reveal... Oh, Raventhorn's gardens. Painted in miniature. Including my pavilion.
I had the artist use your drawing as reference.
It's practical, in spite of its beauty.
I thought you might approve. Ballrooms get warm.
They do. Thank you.
Mrs. Hawthorne, the champagne delivery has arrived.
Of course, Blackwell. To the kitchen, if you please.
The musicians arrive at 4. Will you be ready?
I'm always ready.
That's what terrifies me most about you. Lady Ashbourne.
I remained alone with the fan, wondering when exactly I'd become the sort of woman who received thoughtful gifts from brooding earls and felt undone by them.
Scene 3. The Transformation.
Voilà, madame. Vous êtes magnifique.
That can't be me.
It most certainly is, my lady. The blue brings out your eyes.
My usual armour of practicality had been transformed. Loose curls instead of severity. Deep blue silk that caught light like water. Mother's sapphire at my throat. And the fan, sliding into my hand as if made for it. Which, I supposed, it had been. Just another task. Like organising a linen closet, but with more champagne and dancing. But when I descended the staircase, it wasn't the transformed ballroom that caught my attention. Hundreds of candles reflected like earthbound stars. It was Percival, standing at the foot of the stairs, looking up at me with an expression that made time slow to a painful crawl.
Lady Ashbourne. You look...
If you say radiant, I will beat you to death with this fan, and they'll never find your body.
I was going to say dangerous, actually.
Better.
Shall we greet our guests?
Your guess.
Our achievement.
That possessive pronoun did things to my composure that should have been illegal.
Scene 5. The evening unfolds.
Ball in full swing, multiple conversations, laughter.
The evening unfolded like a dream I hadn't known I was capable of having. Devon's finest exclaiming over Raventhorn's transformation with varying degrees of sincerity and envy.
My dear Lady Ashburn, the ballroom is simply divine.
The original mouldings merely needed proper restoration. The craftsmanship was always there. Through it all, I was aware of him. Across the room, charming elderly matrons, suffering through pompous neighbours who clearly bored him senseless. And always, his gaze finding mine when I least expected it.
You promised me a dance.
I explicitly did not.
Then grant me one anyway. As a favor to your host.
I should have refused. Should have cited the heat, the crowd, my complete lack of recent practice at not treading on partners' feet. One dance.
Scene 6. The waltz.
I should warn you, I'm considered quite accomplished at this.
How terrifying for me.
Utterly.
We moved as if we'd done so 100 times before. His hand warm and sure at my waist, guiding me through turns with effortless grace that made me feel weightless. Your ballroom is a success.
Our ballroom, though I'm less concerned with the room than its occupants.
The local gentry seems suitably impressed.
I'm only interested in impressing one person tonight.
Lady Montgomery hasn't arrived yet, I'm afraid.
Lady Montgomery is engaged to a baronet from Sussex, as of last Tuesday.
How unfortunate for you.
On the contrary, it saves me having to invent excuses to avoid her company.
There's still Lady Cecily, or Miss Pottleton. She's wearing enough flowers to qualify as a garden.
Margot, stop trying to marry me off to women I don't want.
What do you want, then?
I think you know exactly what I want.
Scene 7. The arrival.
Good heavens, is that
The princess.
Her Royal Highness, Princess Eleanor.
Your Highness? Your Highness?
Of course. Of course she would arrive now, just when I was beginning to think I might deserve something beautiful for myself.
The princess. Eleanor, your stepdaughter.
Well, it seems your ball has achieved royal patronage. Congratulations.
I had no idea she would come. Margot.
Excuse me. I should greet my stepdaughter. I moved through the crowd, aware of his gaze following me, the warmth of his hand still lingering at my waist, like a promise or a warning. The ballroom suddenly felt too small, too warm, too full of possibilities I wasn't ready to face. Especially with Ella here, reminding me of my place in the natural order of things. But somewhere beneath the panic and confusion, beneath the weight of responsibility and the certainty that princesses always got what they wanted, a tiny, traitorous part of me whispered, hope. Even if hope was the most dangerous thing of all.
And so, the ball that was meant to showcase Raventhorn's rebirth becomes something else entirely. A moment of possibility, interrupted by the arrival of the past. Can a practical woman choose passion over safety when fairy tale princesses have a habit of getting everything they want? And what exactly does one say to a stepdaughter who represents everything one is not? Next time on the Lady Ashburn Chronicles, in which I am forgiven for sins I did not commit, featuring royal confrontations, uncomfortable truths, and the discovery that some princesses refuse to be charming when it matters most.